When someone attacks you instead of your argument, it's not a debate, it's a distraction. The moment they realise they can't win with logic, they go for your identity, your tone, your background. It's not about truth anymore, it's about control. They want to trigger you, to make you defend yourself instead of your ideas. But the real power, not reacting. Let them throw insults. Stay grounded. Your calm exposes their chaos. And then there are the time wasters, the ones who argue not to understand, but to drain you. They twist your words, dodge facts, and stir confusion just to keep you hooked. These aren't real conversations, they're traps. Every second you spend explaining the obvious is a second you'll never get back. If any part of this video resonates with you, tell me in the comments which of these signs have you been seeing in your life. And if you're ready to step into your best self, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications because, trust me, you don't want to miss what's coming next. Your future is waiting, now go claim it. Alright, let's get into Stoicism reminds us, protect your peace and guard your time. You don't owe anyone a response, especially if they're just playing games. Walk away, not out of weakness, but out of wisdom. Let them chase drama. You've got better things to do. If you wait to feel ready, you'll never begin. The longer you stand still, the more doubt takes root. The Stoics understood this deeply. Life doesn't reward intentions, it rewards action. You don't become who you want to be by thinking about it. You get there by moving, even when it's hard, even when it's messy. Inaction feels safe, but it slowly robs you of confidence. The more you hesitate, the more you train yourself to avoid. But you can break that cycle with one simple decision. Start. Take one step. Action builds momentum. Discipline isn't something you're born with. It's built through consistent effort, especially when you don't feel like it. That's why your morning matters. The way you start your day sets the tone for everything that follows. Win the morning and you anchor your day in clarity and control. Discipline begins when you open your eyes. Do you get up with purpose or hit snooze and negotiate with yourself? Stop waiting for motivation. Choose action over comfort. You won't always feel like it, but that's the point. Real growth begins when you lead yourself, not when you feel inspired. Your future is shaped by small decisions made consistently. Let your habits reflect who you're becoming, not who you've been. You don't need more time, you need more action. Don't aim to be perfect, aim to be intentional, because your life isn't defined by what you say you'll do, but by what you repeatedly choose to do. Here's the truth. Habits shape who you become. They can break you down or build you up. One small action, repeated with intention, rewires your identity. You stop thinking about discipline and just live it. That's why your habits matter more than your motivation. Motivation fades. Systems stay. Greatness isn't born in comfort. It's forged in discomfort. Early mornings, tough choices, repeated sacrifices. Everyone wants the result. Few want the process. But growth requires trade-offs. You can't evolve and stay comfortable at the same time. The Stoics knew this. They practiced discomfort on purpose, not to suffer, but to stay free. Free from needing everything to be easy. Free from fear of loss. The truth is, comfort feels good, but it makes you soft. Progress lives on the other side of resistance. You don't need a breakthrough, you need repetition. Small wins stacked daily. Not dramatic, not perfect, just consistent. Every act is a vote for who you're becoming, and enough votes, they change your life. Responsibility is the real freedom. No one is coming to save you. It's your job to rise, to act, to choose who you become. Stop waiting, stop blaming, start building. Don't chase motivation, build momentum. One step, then another. That's how you win. Not overnight, but every day. Starting is the hardest part. Not because you lack ability, but because resistance stops you before you even begin. You wait for the perfect mood, the right time, the spark, and while you wait, momentum dies. That's why small action matters. One line written, one task started, one breath taken with purpose. It flips the switch. It tells your mind, we move now. Discipline doesn't negotiate. It doesn't care how you feel. It just acts. That inner voice that says, "Not today," sounds kind, but it's fear in disguise. You feed it by hesitating. You silence it by doing. Every time you move without debate, you strengthen your identity. Every act becomes a vote for the version of you that leads, not waits. Time is the only resource you can't get back. You can recover money, opportunities, even reputation, but not minutes. Seneca said it. We're not short on time. We just waste too much of it. Most of life isn't lost in big failures. It's lost in small distractions. So protect your time. Track it, use it like it matters, because it does. And remember, the world owes you nothing. Not for your pain, not for your effort, not for your dreams. Life rewards action, not expectation. You're not entitled to success. You earn it. That's the Stoic way. No complaints, no entitlement, just relentless ownership. No one's coming. You are the answer. Start now. Act small. Keep moving. Earn everything. Ease is the language of entitlement. It whispers that you've done enough, that life should cooperate, that success should arrive simply because you want it. But life doesn't work that way, not for anyone. Ease is the illusion, effort is the truth. It's effort that builds strength. It's effort that reveals who you are. It's effort, not ease, that grants you freedom. Because when you choose effort, you're no longer waiting for the world to hand you something. You're building it yourself. No, the world doesn't owe you anything. Not a second chance, not an opportunity, not recognition, not peace. But that's not a reason to despair. It's the beginning of your freedom. Because if nothing is owed, then everything is earned. That means you have the power. You're not at the mercy of circumstance. You're in command of your effort, your will, your choices. And that's everything. You owe it to yourself not to waste the raw materials you've been given. A mind that can think clearly, a body that can move, a will that can choose what to do next, and a life that is still being written. You might not have control over where the story started, but you absolutely control how it unfolds. That responsibility is heavy, yes, but it's also sacred. So treat it like it matters. Earn it, every day. By now, you've seen it clearly. This isn't about hype or quick fixes. It's not a highlight reel or another feel-good speech. It's the truth. Unfiltered, uncomfortable, real. 12 lessons, 12 challenges, 12 mirrors held up to your life, showing you not just what's possible, but what's been holding you back. And let's be honest, it's not the world, it's not your upbringing, it's not a lack of motivation or resources or time. It's that quiet voice inside you, the one that whispers excuses in a tone that sounds protective, but is really just fear. The one that says, wait a little longer, try again tomorrow, maybe it's not meant for you. That voice doesn't want to help you. It wants to keep you safe by keeping you small. But staying safe isn't the same as living fully, and staying small isn't the same as staying whole. But there's another voice. The one you've probably heard in the background. The one that doesn't shout, doesn't beg for attention, but simply says, move. The one that urges you to act, to rise, to stop waiting. It's the voice of the future version of you. The stronger one, the clearer one, the one who no longer waits for a sign because they've become the sign. And that voice is still there, still waiting. It doesn't need more motivation or another quote or another video. It needs a decision. It needs you to choose right now. Not next Monday, not when things are easier, not when life feels perfectly aligned. Now, because if you're always waiting for the right conditions, you'll always be waiting. Movement creates clarity. Action builds identity. Discipline is not something you chase. It's something you become when you start showing up no matter what. So take the step. One small act of courage. It doesn't need to be dramatic. Write the email, make the call, do the workout, have the hard conversation. Begin the thing you've been delaying. Not because you finally feel ready, but because you're done giving your future away to hesitation. That's when everything starts to change. Not when the world gives you a break, but when you stop needing one. When you stop negotiating with the part of you that fears discomfort. When you act, Not for applause, not for a guarantee, but simply because it's time. Because you've made the quiet, powerful decision to stop waiting and start leading your life. You don't need permission. You don't need to feel inspired. You don't need another sign. You just need to move. Because once you do, momentum will follow. Confidence will grow. Identity will shift. And eventually you'll look back and realize that discipline is no longer something you talk about. It's who you are. So get up and get it done. The future doesn't wait, and neither should you. If this resonates with you, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss an update.